All right, looks like we are all set, so that's great. I'm going to give it just a minute for some people to join us, get our notification. All right, we're going to go ahead and get started. Good morning, everybody. My name is Jamie Chavez. I am the President and CEO of the Westminster Chamber of Commerce, and welcome to our City Updates live broadcast. Thanks for joining us today. As always, we're here to bring you the latest insights straight from City Hall, featuring conversations with our councilors, mayor pro tem, and other city leaders as well. It's your backstage pass to what's happening in Westminster. If this is your first time joining us, thank you for being here. Special welcome to you. If you're on Facebook, you can like and follow our page to get notifications for when we go live in the future. And if you're on YouTube, you can hit subscribe. And all of our previous broadcasts are there as well if you would like to watch any of those. Mondays on the broadcast are all about city updates, while Wednesdays offer a chance to meet some of our newest members of the chamber and learn about their businesses or organizations. So I encourage you to join us for those broadcasts as well. This Wednesday at 11, I will be live with Grid City VR, which is a new virtual reality lounge in downtown Westminster. Pretty cool stuff. So I'm excited for them to share with you what they're bringing to the community. And as you watch the broadcast this morning, please feel free to engage with us. Put any comments in the comment section, ask any questions, or just say hello, and we will get to those during the interview. And now finally, a warm welcome to the City of Westminster Councilor Christine Ireland. How are you this morning?
Good. Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Yeah, it's been a while, so I'm excited to have you back on.
It's been a while, yes, for sure.
What's been new with City Council? What's going on that maybe you've got coming up tonight or that people should be paying attention to?
Well, there's lots of crazy things going on. If anyone's been watching, it's I know it's almost reality TV show type of stuff. So I'm surprised we have more followers than normal. Anyway, tonight we're going to be talking to Excel about our energy. There's places in our city that don't have enough energy even to build what we've approved. So it'll be good to talk to them, where they're at, where they're going, the cost of energy, reliability of energy, all those things.
Yeah, so that's definitely been something in the past that people have had interest in, just because it really matters when we're trying to grow and have development, and we just need to make sure that we've got the energy for it. Do you know what's included in that presentation?
I think it's going to be informative, but also City Council will have the chance to ask questions. And that's important because even at the state level, we're losing a lot of businesses, not because of all energy, but regulations, taxes, incentives. Other states are beating us out on a lot of jobs. So that's important to our city because job creation is what drives our economy. So
yeah. What are some examples of ways that Excel or the energy in general that you can provide an incentive?
I don't know about incentives as much as what our policies are concerning energy. So far in the state, we're gone so green that we're losing some of the reliability, and it's also costing more to bring power and power lines from wind energy. That goes farther out in the country, and then they have to bring it in. Also, we're shutting down some of our power plants. We're trying to go away from natural gas, which actually I'm not in agreement with, because natural gas is purely pretty clean. It's just that's not the direction we're headed. So we need to have reliable energy as well as clean energy. So that's what I'm going to be discussing with them tonight, where we're going. Also, they're offering lots of rebates for many different green energy, as far as heat pumps for housing instead of gas furnaces. And what that's costing us as ratepayers, who's burdening the cost, because the costs of everything are going up, and businesses as well as homeowners and everyone are feeling it. So
Yeah.
important that we address all of it.
Yeah, there's definitely an increase in costs and everything right now. It's sort of crazy. I think a lot of times people don't really notice until it starts to get pretty bad because there's things like gas, you have to pay for gas no matter what. And so you kind of don't notice until you're like, holy cow.
And honestly, our gas prices are lower than most of the country. So I know my daughter in Washington's paying over $5 a gallon. So we're blessed to even have those low gas prices as we have in this state. So
yeah, someone was telling me recently that they were in California and it was like $9.
oh geez.
And I can't even imagine.
My son in Ireland's paying $10 a gallon.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
So people are having a hard time surviving with these prices anyway. So we got to address, at least excel where they're going. You know, we as political figures, what we can do to help the situation.
Yeah.
And drive the conversation at the state level.
Got it. And so tonight it's a study session, right?
Right.
Okay. Sounds good. And then maybe for anyone that doesn't know, we've never really talked about this on the broadcast, the difference between a study session and a council meeting and when people can come and do public comment. Maybe you could inform people about that process.
Okay. The city council meetings are on the 2nd and 4th Mondays of the month, and then the study sessions are the other weeks. There are times that we have holidays that they're moved, such as Memorial Day. But we discussed last week about moving up city council meetings to 6:30. They've been 7 o'clock since I've been on city council, but it seems like the majority want it 6:30 and only have it go for 4 hours, and after 4 hours determine if we want to keep going. Basically, I was
Did you think that was for the study session only or both?
City council meetings, study session. We didn't really discuss how long it should go, but I'm guessing that's what exactly they want to. For city council meetings, they want to address it after 4 hours, whether they want to keep going. I guess they address it every 30 minutes. I was open to doing what we're doing. I'm here for the people. I don't care how long I have to be there. But the majority want to go home. Anyway, I have not determined, I've asked that question this morning before I got on, when we are going to 6:30 versus 7. Because tonight's at 7, but I'm not sure if we have to do official vote. I'm guessing about doing it at 6:30, and we have not done that yet. And I asked when that's going to happen so everyone knows. So people are not showing up late to talk or whatever, but hopefully we'll get that out to the public somehow.
Yeah. And then if people want to come and do comment for council to hear, they do that at the regular council meetings, right?
Exactly. They're not allowed to speak at the study sessions, but of course you can always reach out to me and the other city council on email, and we're pretty good at addressing what is sent to us in a timely manner, hopefully.
Yeah. Yeah, that's one thing. We get, you guys get a lot of public comment at council meetings, which I know that makes the meetings long and sometimes it's just a lot to sit through, but it's a good thing. It's a testament to people in the community caring and wanting to come and support or oppose and just voice their opinions. So it's a good problem to have.
It is important. When I first got on city council, I could speak for 5 minutes. Now it's down to 3 minutes. And so I want to make sure that we represent the people that got us here and not take all their time. And I guess the city council is only going to be allowed to speak for 10 minutes going forward. So about whatever we're speaking about.
Okay, got it. Yeah.
There's some changes coming up.
Yeah. Okay. That's good to know. Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah. So carry on. Sorry, I just got sidetracked.
What else did you want me to address?
Oh, let's see. Was anything else that the study session tonight or?
I'm trying to remember what there's only 2 items. It's a short meeting. We are going to be reviewing an executive session, the contract for the city manager, which we are going to do it twice a year. We used to do it every quarter, but think that twice a year is probably sufficient. So that's on the agenda. I was trying to think what the other thing is. I know a strategic plan meeting is coming up again on the 9th of May. You can tune into that. It's a Saturday morning session. You can also show up to listen to. They keep changing the location of that, but I don't remember where it is at this time. But last time it was in North Glen. They're changing us around. So May 9th, though, we're going to keep plugging away on the strategic plan, and we're going to have some town halls. We have a town hall coming up tomorrow night on affordability, and it's at the MAC at 6 o'clock. It starts usually at 6:30. I think they're having like a, just a get together at the 6 o'clock. So there's going to be four of them, I believe, coming up at different locations throughout the city.
So affordability, is that housing?
It's everything.
Okay.
People can bring forth whatever is bothering them that's not affordable, which is probably about everything.
Yeah, it's all the things right now for sure.
Right.
Yeah, I took my kids out to dinner Friday at like a fast food place, not like a drive-through one, but one that I would still consider a fast food place. And it was like $63 for 3 of us. And I was just like, you've got to be kidding me.
And groceries are not much better, honestly.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
It's a tough world for sure.
Yeah. So for someone maybe who's never interacted with city government, how does a decision actually get made? Like, what's the process when you guys sit down together to make a decision?
So we all share our ideas, at least on the strategic plan. They wrote them all down. On Saturday, today, all of our ideas are due. And so I sat down all day Saturday and went through everything and shared some of my ideas, one of which to make some things that a lot of people use more affordable, which is formula, diapers, feminine hygiene products, all to be tax-free in our city. Because we got to address affordability for those that are struggling the most. And I think that is one of the ways to just those 3 things affect a lot of families. So
yeah.
So that's one of my ideas.
Sorry, what was that?
That was one of my ideas that I sent to them. So there are others too, but yeah. And
do you use like what other communities have done as kind of an example for some of these ideas?
Yeah, I look in, I do my homework and see what's working other places, and I do think business walks, which I have one coming up on April 30th. I like to walk to the businesses, talk to them, see what they're dealing with, see how they're doing, financially, if we can do something on a city level to help them. And I'm finding out most of them are overtaxed, overregulated. And I really want us to look at our regulations at a city level as well as a state level that is keeping businesses from coming to our city as well as to our state. So I think the regulations are really hitting people, the taxes. We've had a property tax increase, at least in Adams County for Adams 12, that has really hurt businesses as well as homeowners. So it's all of the things that make things more expensive. Of course, insurance is a problem. How can we lower those insurance rates in our state? So, so there's a lot of discussion on that too.
Yeah. And how, in that decision-making process, so there's often a vote, but how could somebody get involved, or like how would a resident or a business plug into that process if they want to let you know their opinion or what they think would be helpful? They
definitely should show up to city council to talk or email us. we're pretty good at responding and their ideas are heard. I mean, if you're not talking, we don't know what you want.
Yeah.
And the people that make the most noise usually get what they want. So that's what I always say. Don't be afraid to speak out. So
yeah, definitely.
We've got a lot of ideas from other people. So those ideas, a lot of times we use. So anyone that has ideas that I have not expressed, I would love to hear them, because that's how we help our city do better, because there are people with more experience on some things than any of us. So
yeah,
that's good to hear.
Definitely. And what are some of, I think, what are some of the biggest opportunities, other than maybe decreasing where you can in taxation and regulation? Are there other like big opportunities that you see right now for the city to help businesses in Westminster?
I think marketing is important. I attended a meeting on retail, because I'm a big retail person, always have been. That was my career kind of before I had a family. So marketing is big. They're saying that 72% of all consumers use Instagram. So we got to market our businesses. Another important thing that they pointed out is to have a theme for our city. So that's what I've been talking about. If you market it, you have to, drive a theme. So everyone out there, think about what theme you think we should adopt, because that's how you drive your marketing and get people to come to your city. So
what do you mean? Like, what would be some examples?
Well, I'm thinking we're really outdoor driven.
Oh, okay.
Open spaces. And I've been to other cities like Bentonville, Arkansas, which has, I don't know if you've ever been there, but they have bike paths all around their city, and they even can drive their bikes right into their offices to go to work or whatever. So they have a theme that they're really about, the outdoors. And so there's that. Or someone else may have a better idea, but it's a brainstorming thing that they say really helps your city. Also having, like in the downtown, I'm thinking we really need some kind of event center. Like what suggestions they had was Dick's Sporting Goods Park or a Netflix house, things that drive people there all the time, not just events here and there. People are going because they want to be interactive in these places, and they're all private companies. But to attract those, I hope we can show them that we market our city, we have a theme, those kind of things help bring those kind of businesses in.
Definitely. Is there any industry or, excuse me, is there any, oh my goodness, are there any industries or areas that you would like to see come into Westminster that maybe we're lacking? You mentioned retail. I know downtown, I'd love to see more retail downtown. Is there anything else that you think that we could benefit from?
Well, there's many restaurants that they mentioned in this meeting, many of which we do not have yet, that are driving sales tax. Of course, they say businesses like TJ Maxx Home Goods, it's like a treasure hunt. You have to get people off their phone, off their couch, and into your retail spaces. And treasure hunting works. There's one business I suggested to our city manager, which was, this was not a national chain, but Runza in Nebraska is huge. And there's only one in Colorado, but there's one in every town in Nebraska. And we have tons of Nebraskans that live in our area. I've met many of them, my neighbors included, me up there.
There was a Runza. I lived in Cheyenne, Wyoming for a long time. There was a Runza there in the mall, and I remember loving that place.
Exactly. So things like that are unique to a certain area that would do well here. course, I mentioned a few of the ones that I mentioned. Plus, there's I can't recall what its name is, but it's kind of a treasure hunt for entertainment, and it was a Japanese kind of business. So I'll have to figure out what that name was, but I wrote down a bunch of notes on it. I should have had them with me, but also, of course, we're going to lose our Olive Garden here soon in the downtown, which they're going to another location in our city, which is great, but we need something there.
Yeah.
And I'm suggesting like a Texas Roadhouses do well everywhere. They're always packed.
People are always asking me if Westminster has a Texas Roadhouse.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
it's a big location and it would be great for something like that. We just have to think about things that will drive sales tax because we want to keep our economy going. And there's lots of different businesses that I actually gave the city manager an entire list from this meeting I went to. So I will keep going to those kind of retail meetings where you can drive retail. And I know Trader Joe's has helped us a lot. The Orchard, some of the restaurants up here in the Orchard have done amazing, like Postina, Lazy Dog. They're all doing well when I go. Of course, Three Margaritas always treats me well when I go in there. I think the Orchard area, sales tax wise, is doing well, but I want all the parts of our city to thrive. So we need to look at those unique businesses across the country that are driving that.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I think that's right. If we were chatting a year from now, what would you think? Like, what would success look like? Which businesses would we have added, or what kinds of businesses? And what does success look like a year from now?
Our sales tax keeps going up instead of going down. I mean, that's in other parts of the country. And even parts of our state are struggling. And Westminster has actually done better than most. I think it's because we have a lot of unique restaurants, unique businesses, and maybe that's our theme. You know, we're unique. We have unique things that others don't have. And I think that's important to keep. Maybe that's the theme that we should drive.
I think that'd be a great theme.
And the fact that we have all these open spaces, that's unique too.
Definitely.
So if we can drive a theme and keep our sales tax even higher than they are now, you know, maybe think of doubling them, which is a great goal. Because if they're up, we're all going to do better anyway.
Yeah, definitely.
So what else would you?
So let's chat a little bit just about Christine for a minute. What are you reading right now? What do you recommend to people?
Well, I've mentioned some, but I love the brunch house for breakfast. That has been a really great place to go. And
oh yeah, the brunch house.
The mayor and I meet at the Early Bird once a month for discussion. That's a great breakfast place too.
Where is that? I don't think I've actually even been to the Early Bird. I'm gonna have to check that out.
Over in terrible. Now my mind has lost me. It's over in dang.
Let's see. I can look it up too.
I can look it up. I know where it is. I just can't think. It's in.
It's definitely a Monday morning. I'm right there with you. Oh, Bradburn. Okay.
Bradburn, exactly. Bradburn. I love all of you in Bradburn. Anyway, I go there. It's great. Of course, like I said, Postina has really been doing well, and they're loving their location.
Yeah.
And I said this at city council, but I went to a Go Glow ribbon cutting and they were doing amazing.
Yeah.
They were looking for another location in Westminster. So I was driving the new downtown. Of course, they think there's a parking issue down there. That's why I've been driving free parking and it's confusing to people that I talk to. And it would prevent the confusion if it's free during business hours. Anyway, And I think that, and from classes I've taken, that really drives your retail tax dollars go up 80% with free parking. So I know originally the Orchard was confusing. They had paid parking.
Yeah.
And it's really taken off since they eliminated it. So
yeah, I can see that. It's even that extra step of scanning to pay for parking, or sometimes it doesn't work, or whatever the case may be.
And people are already paying a ton, and for everything. So I think it encourages them to come out if at least something is not costing them.
Yeah, definitely. So. And then, what books are you into right now? Is there a book that you'd like to recommend to someone or to the people listening?
Actually, I have to tell you, Jamie, as much as I read about economics and things that are working in other places and politics and everything, I don't have time to read many books except for, I do. I'm one of those that loves nonfiction, and I like facts. I'm not really a fiction type of reader.
Yeah.
So.
You should come to our book club. We do a professional development book club through the chamber, and we meet once a month.
What are you reading now?
This month, we're on The Greatest Salesman on Earth.
I've read that book. That's a great book.
Oh, good. Well, you can just come. Yeah.
I love that book. When do you do it?
What was that?
When do you have this book club?
They are on the the fourth Thursday of every month. And so let me just make sure. So yeah, the 28th of April. We do it at 4:00, and it's at Kokopelli. And we have great discussions because we talk about the books and how they relate not just to our professional development, but even to family and friends and social situations, and how we.
Well, I will definitely plug that book because I've read that and it's a great book.
Awesome. Yeah. Well, hopefully you can make it. That'd be fun.
I would love to come, but I teach piano during that time.
Yeah, that was another thing I wanted to ask you about. People may not know that about you, that's what you do as, I guess we'll call it your day job. You teach piano. So maybe tell us a little bit more about that. Who are you teaching, and what are you teaching, and all of that good stuff?
Okay. Growing up in Omaha, Nebraska, as a high schooler, I taught at a music school for my teacher, who was a Juilliard graduate. So I learned a lot about teaching. It was kind of a school-based kind of situation where you came once a week for theory, once a week for your music. And so it was tuition-based. But since I've left that situation, and when my kids were younger, I used to teach a bit in my home, but it was just too much with 5 children. So when my last 2 got in high school, I started teaching again, and I'm using all the techniques I learned from the music school. I'm not doing the 2-day a week, but I do theory, I do music, and I teach all levels and ages. My youngest ones are probably 6. I don't like to teach them too young because their hands aren't big enough. I like them to know some math too, because that helps them with accounting and
that does make sense.
Everything else. But it depends on the child and their attention span. I have them come for a consultation so I can see what they want to play, how their, what their attention span is and all that. So, it's been great. It's not something that pays the bills, but it's something that I love, and I like to give back to the talent that I learned all those years of practice. And I also play the organ for my church, and I've played for my choir and so forth. So, so it's giving back more than financially. It helps me pay for things for my kids, their gifts, and taking friends out for lunch and all that. It's kind of my extra money.
Yeah. The fun money.
Yeah, my fun money.
Yeah. Well, that's awesome. Is there anything else that we didn't touch on today that you would like people to know?
Well, I'd like you to just talk about your event you have coming up, I say on Saturday.
Yeah.
I know we have a lot of things going on in the city that day because there's also the global cleanup day at the rec center, which I'm a part of. So I want you to talk about what you're doing because it's at the same time, and then everyone should know they have some choices out there.
So we are having, it's called a bloom market. It's a flower market in downtown Westminster. It's going to be held at the Origin Hotel, and it'll be from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. And we're going to have a variety of different flower and plant vendors, all kinds of different things, houseplants, succulents, fresh or dried flowers, things for the garden. And so it's going to be pretty fun. You can come in and shop at the different vendors. And at the same time, we're going to have some chalk and stencils on the plaza so people can bring kids and kids can come and play with chalk for a while and just kind of hang out in downtown for a while and shop for some flowers or plants.
Oh, that sounds fun. I will try to go to both.
Awesome. Yeah.
Do some cleaning up and see you there, hopefully.
Yeah. It's a busy weekend for sure. I feel like now we're jumping into spring. And so
we have the spaghetti dinner also at the Presbyterian Church. They're raising money for the homeless. And so that's at 3 at the Presbyterian Church down on 74th, I believe, in South Westminster. So if people would like to come and help them, that would be great too. Yeah,
that's a good plug. Thank you. Yeah. All right. Well, thank you so much for joining me today. It's always a pleasure to chat with you. And
Thank you.
We'll have you on again in a few months and touch base again.
All right. Thank you.
Yep. Thanks for everybody who joined us and hope you have a good week.
Take care.